What's going on, people? I know it's been a minute. I've been training at the new job. You feel me? Been busy with that. So, kind of just took a quick little break from here. Um, and the one, I know this is like out of the blue. This is something random. Okay. For those of you who do know me, know I love acting. I love doing impersonations. I love, I've always wanted to get into acting, but of course that didn't really, go that well. But another thing is, growing up how I grew up. A lot of people know I've been into accents since I was a teenager. All right, so I came across a video, and I came across like some people talking about it. And I've talked to people about this back in the day. And just hearing people, maybe who haven't been around like that. I haven't been around like that either. I haven't traveled to the Midwest, the West Coast. I've been to the South, but I haven't really been like, I haven't been to like Ohio and all the way west. I've been to up and down the East Coast, basically. So I wanted to talk about accents, okay? Like, and how maybe Hollywood has ruined people's like views on the world, or even in America, right? So I came across this video. I was looking up some accents, and like I just started like listening to like Midwesterners and shit like that. And there was this video that was like, it was like some kind of game, or like, what is it? One of those auctions, right? And people auctioned 35,000, oh, 37,000, this one 38,000. And I guess it took place in Montana, right? Montana is a state that's below Canada, okay? And knowing what I know, and I'm pretty sure anybody with half a brain would know that people from Montana do not sound anything like somebody from fucking Mississippi or fucking Texas or anywhere in the South, okay? It's like that Midwestern Canadian-ish, and then sometimes in Montana has a big native community. Those natives don't sound anywhere close to Southerners. And I've looked up all of these videos before because I used to want to do acting. And I'm sitting there, and I guess the dude who's doing it, who's talking, has a Southern accent. So obviously that means he's not from Montana. I can tell you by the way that he's speaking, he's not from Montana. But somebody in the video was like, the deepest Montana accent. So where I'm trying to get at is, a lot of people associate the countryside, with like Southern accents. There could be a movie about a family that grew up in a fucking farm, right? They were farmers, third, fourth, fifth generational farmers from fucking South Dakota. And as soon as they're introduced, they're fucking hillbilly rednecks from the South who never went to fucking elementary school or some shit. Like, yeah, here in South Dakota, I had this farm from my papa and my mama. Motherfucker, people from South Dakota do not talk like that. I don't know if I need to go to fucking school for linguistics or some shit. Do I need to teach people accents? Do I need to teach Hollywood? I thought Hollywood knew it all. There could be a fucking movie that takes place in upstate New York, because there's a lot of farmland in upstate New York. I don't know, because I know a lot of heads from New York City. Everywhere y'all go, y'all be like, oh, they sound country. Now, that's another thing about city folks, okay? Anywhere y'all go, and when y'all can't recognize an accent, that's country. That's country. They sound country. They sound country. And not just country. They're interpreting that as a Southern accent. Jesus Christ, everything sounds Southern to you fucking city folks. You fucking city heads. There's an accent you can't recognize. That's country. You go to Canada. No, that's country. Jesus Christ. Everything is country to y'all. So there'll be a family that grew up in upstate New York on a farmland, and like, shit, I got this from my grandma when we were back in the 60s. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? This is their interpretation. So it doesn't matter where you're from. If you grew up on a farmland, you got to have this hillbilly fucking southern accent. It makes absolutely no fucking sense. The reason why I'm making this video, hopefully it goes viral, because I'm pretty sure Southerners hate this. I'm pretty sure people from the Midwest hate this, or people from any part of the North who grew up on a farm. Because there's farms everywhere, up north, down south, west coast, east coast, middle. There's farms everywhere. And I'm pretty sure they hate that. They're like, I don't have a Southern accent. I didn't grow up in the South. Why is it that when they make a movie about us, we have to have a Southern accent? Jesus Christ. I'm sitting here like, I know I barely passed school, but I'm not this fucking dumb. In another example, I know it's Pride Month. But, like, fucking Brokeback Mountain. The fucking movie takes place in Wyoming. And the fucking guys are talking like they're from fucking Oklahoma or some shit. What the fuck? And then I seen this dude was like, oh, this is a very good accent. No, the fuck it's not. If you go on YouTube and search up Wyoming accent, none of these people sound like fucking Jake Gyllenhaal and fucking Heath Ledger. Rest in peace. They don't sound nothing like these dudes. Nothing. And I'm not saying that they did a bad job acting. Okay, you're actors. But, bro, Wyoming. I loved you, man. I loved you. And I love Wyoming. You ain't from Wyoming. You're from fucking fucking Arkansas with that fucking accent. What the fuck? Do I gotta get mad over accents because Hollywood can't do their fucking job right? Motherfucker, go on YouTube, search up accent tag Wyoming. Nobody sounds like that from Wyoming. They do not sound like that. But again, Hollywood gave people this negative interpretation of anywhere it takes place. If you grew up like in Wyoming in the middle of nowhere, you have to be an uneducated hillbilly southerner. Like, what the fuck? And the reason why I say that, because they look at that as the ignorant fucking southerner. Me and my cousin were having fun last night. What the fuck, bro? This shit is stupid. And, I spoke about this years ago. But I'm like, this shit is popping up again, and I'm just like, yo, bro, I gotta get mad and make this video. Like, the fuck? I hopefully, since sometimes I go viral and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I go viral, sometimes I don't. Maybe this can go viral. Share this to every fucking actor that you see. Share this to everybody in Hollywood. Share this to your favorite, if you're from the South, I'm pretty sure maybe you appreciate this. Because share this with everybody from the South, because they all look at you like you're all uneducated, stupid idiots. Like they all think that you all sound like, oh, I'm from the South and I never went to school. And the same thing with people from up there. They probably think, oh, Montana, South Dakota, they're all farmers. They never went to school. They all sound like this. I never went to school, so my mama and my papa raised me on a dairy farm. Let's just take a look at Brock Lesnar. This Brock Lesnar, who's from South Dakota, when he speaks, I hear a Midwestern-ish, north fucking, like a mix of that Canadian, because I know accents. He doesn't sound like a fucking Southern. Brock Lesnar's like, I fuck up on it. He's like, I grew up on a dairy farm and blah, blah. I can't really do it. I admit I can't do it, but I know it. Okay? But Brock Lesnar's over like, yeah, I grew up in South Dakota, and I grew up fighting my brother, and my mom and my dad, they showed me how to milk cows and be a butcher. Brock Lesnar doesn't sound like that. Holy fucking shit. I mean, and he grew up on a farm. He grew up in it, he said. Obviously, he doesn't sound like, he's not like me right now, because my fucking tooth fell out, but he's not like a fucking toothless fucking, redneck from fucking, I don't know, the stereotypical, oh my God, I can't even fucking speak. Fucking Southerner from fucking Tennessee or some shit. Oh my God, who grew up in a fucking I don't know, one of those fucking trailer homes or some shit. Jesus Christ. But man, yo, I had to talk about this, bro, because I'm like, I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, how does a movie take place in Wyoming and you give these people the most southern accents that you could give them? I didn't know Wyoming was a part of the South. What the fuck? And I've seen some like indie movies and shit like on Redbox. Like there was a family that grew up like on a farm in fucking Nebraska or some shit. Bro, do accent tag Nebraska, bro. Do accent tag Nebraska. Nobody sounds like the South from Nebraska. Nobody sounds like the South in Nebraska, bro. Maybe in the southern part of the state, I don't know. But, or Idaho. Like, bro, people from Idaho don't fucking, or Iowa too. Iowa, Idaho. These people don't sound like they from the South. But fucking Hollywood and these indie movies, you know, anything that takes place on a fucking farm, you gotta have a southern accent. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Anyway, I had to do this because you guys know me. I'm a first generation Greek American who grew up with Latinos, Caribbean people, black people. I grew up in southwestern Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? I used to work in northern Connecticut, northwest Connecticut in Winsted. All right, an hour north, straight up. All right, they sound like fucking Massachusetts mixed with the Midwest. And I've gotten confused from being from New York all the time. Everywhere, like when I go to the South, I've gotten asked if I'm from New York. Even when I was working up there, they all thought I was from the city. And I'm like, I'm from the same state. I'm just an hour south of you. Because I guess I'm closer to the New York side. You feel me? And growing up in more of like that city compared to them, where it's like, you know, small town, they got farmland up there. And guess what? People from northern Connecticut, let me speak on Connecticut. People from northern Connecticut who I've met don't sound like, well, shit, you know, I grew up over here and I was chewing on a piece of corn. They don't talk like that, bro. Jesus Christ. Now, from my experience, the only thing I can say is I've met some racist white ones, and because they're stupid and ignorant, they think by being racist they use like more southern words. Trust me, I've seen it and I've heard it. But real people from Connecticut who aren't fucking stupid and, in order for me to be a racist white person, I gotta use southern slang. No. But other than that, like, I've been in northern Connecticut and they do not sound like they're from the fucking South. They may listen to country music. They like it. I've been up north and I'm like, yo, they listen to more country music than anything. But they don't talk like they're like, howdy, hey, I'm from New Hartford. They don't talk like that, bro. They do not talk like that. Jesus Christ. I know this video went longer than I expected, but you guys know me. It's hard for me to fucking say shit in 2 minutes like some of these fucking other people. But I had to do this. I had to. Because the shit is stupid. Anyway, drop a comment, like, share this. Share this with your favorite actor. Share this with if you're from the Midwest, share this. If you're from the South, share this so you understand that I'm trying to stick up for everybody. Making the South look like they're all dumb. Making the Midwest look like they're all dumb and uneducated. Shit, fuck that. It's time for Hollywood to eat a dick. Shit.